Hey there, how are you guys? It's me, Coach Missy, and I am here sharing the 3 tips to help change your mindset to getting healthy, all right? Because it's so important. And for those of you that are new to my page, please let me know if you can hear me. My name is Missy Mo, and I am a health and fitness coach, and my mission is to help reignite your light and show you how even being a busy mom or being just a busy working person, you can find time to take care of yourself in a healthy, manageable way. All right? And so today we're going to talk about mindset. Hey Lee, thanks for joining. I see you. If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up or a little hearts. That way I'll know, or you can comment below, ask any questions, please. And then if you are joining the rebroadcast, please let me know by commenting #replay. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask anything that you want. Hey Dana, just saw you joined on, thanks. All right guys, so today we're gonna talk about mindset, okay? Because this is like a big thing for me right now, because it's so important to, for me to help you understand how important it is on our health and fitness journeys that we have to change what's going on between our ears. All right, because it's critical. Like you have to, because everything that you may know about diets or about nutrition or eating or whatever you've heard in the past and all these different things, if you're starting a new journey, and you have to almost just have a very open mind. Well, sometimes that's very hard because you have so many things coming in at you that you don't know how to do that. And so I know for me, whenever I first started this journey, this new rebirth of a journey, like 4 years ago, basically, I had to just have an open mind, and I was willing to get out of the place where I was. And I was tired of feeling tired all the time. I was tired of feeling like sluggish all the time. I was tired of this extra layer of insulation, and I knew that it was possible to have abs in your 40s because I saw other moms and other wives that were busy that had them. And I was like, what are they doing? And they were doing like at-home workouts, getting these results. And so I knew that there was something that I was missing. I was just missing something. So I knew that I needed to be a good student, and I needed to have an open mind, and I needed to be teachable, and I needed to be coachable. And so that's the one thing that I really am grateful for, that I was able to do that for myself. And so for you, that's like my #1 tip for you, is to be coachable, to be teachable, to have an open mind. Because if you do not have an open mind, it's gonna be hard for you to put all of those things that maybe didn't work for you in the past aside and try something that's new and innovative, and that's more, it's more on the cutting edge of technology. It's more on just a plain, simple, way of doing things. You have to try something new. And that's what I had to do. And so I encourage you, the first thing to do, the first tip, is to have an open mind and to be coachable and to be teachable, because that's where it all starts, right? Just like whenever you're learning something new in school, you can't go in knowing what you think you're gonna know. You have to go in and be teachable. You can't go to the teacher and tell them that you know everything and be pompous and have an attitude and just think you know everything, and they're gonna get rubbed the wrong way. They're not gonna take what you say seriously. It's not gonna be a good result, all right? So it's kind of the same thing in a way, so to speak. I mean, because you have to bring knowledge, you have knowledge or whatever, but just be open-minded, because that is the key. So being open-minded is #1. #2 is, this is a journey. You have to get your mind understanding that this is a journey. It's not a destination. If you have a weight loss goal, that is great. If you have maybe a feeling good goal, that is great. If you have some type of body area that you want to improve on, and you have that as a goal, that's great to have. But you have to realize that you can't think of that as the end of the journey, okay? This is like, it's like a marathon, right? But it's a marathon that never ends. It's not a sprint. It's not something that you're gonna get to quickly, and it's not something that is going to end. It's basically just a lifelong journey. And the more you incorporate these, these principles into your open-mindedness and change your mindset, then a beautiful thing will happen. You will start to be more open to understanding the process, more accepting and more trusting of the process, because it is a process. It is not something that is a quick fix. Everybody is kind of different. Everybody has their own little way. Everybody has to clean up their nutrition in some type of way. Some people do not like to drink water, so there's a learning curve for some people in that area. Believe me, I've had people that were addicted to Diet Cokes and to Cokes and Dr. Peppers, and that was very hard, but we did it. Some people need a bubble or whatever, so there's different things on the market that don't have any calories that are carbonated that you can use as a bubble outlet, I guess you could say. But you see what I mean? It's like all about trusting the process, all right? And knowing that it's a journey and that everybody's different. And so if you're open-minded to that, see how this all kind of plays together? You got to be open-minded, you got to be teachable, you got to be coachable, and then you have to be able to understand that it's not it's a journey. It's not a sprint. It's not something that, I need to lose 10 pounds. Well, yeah, if you lose 10 pounds, guess what happens if you stop doing what you're doing? Guess what comes back, right? The 10 pounds plus some, because you stopped. You got to this 10-pound weight loss goal because maybe it's the wedding, or maybe it's the whatever, you had a trip, planned out and you got to this goal. But if you don't stay the course and continue to take care of yourself in the right way, then you're going to lose, that 10 pounds is going to come back, and then you're going to gain even more. So you have to incorporate this as a lifestyle, all right? And so that is part of the journey and trusting the process, all right? And then the third thing is that you need to switch from that all or nothing attitude, because that will crush you. I promise you, it will crush you. I've seen it happen time and time again. People go all in and they want these immediate results, and they don't have the open mind. They don't trust the process. They don't think about the journey and then what it's like. They don't take in all of that information because their mindset is not right yet. And what happens is they go all in, and then they basically do it or they don't. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Glad you're on. They do it, and then they stop, okay? And then they don't do it, and then they gain the weight back again. So it's like an all or nothing kind of attitude. Like, let's say that they go all in, and then let's say there's a wedding, or there's like a baby shower, or there's like a wedding shower, or there's some kind of an event that, maybe there's a holiday, and hey, Rebecca, and you are, you're being exposed to some nice food, some rich, fun food, right? And you decide that you are going to have a treat, okay? And you have the treat, but then all of a sudden you have another one and another one and another one, because you can't stop, right? Because it just happens. But then the next day it happens again and again. And so it's like they went all in, everything was great. They had all these awesome tools that they were using. This whole lifestyle change was great. And then all of a sudden they caved, and they had not one, but 10 treats at a wedding reception or a baby shower or something. And they felt like a failure instead of just regrouping and reframing the situation and realizing that it's okay to eat some fun food every now and then. 10 items, maybe not so much, but it's okay still, because the next day you get back up on the horse and you ride again. All right? You don't stop riding. You don't stop walking, trying to walk as a toddler whenever you're trying to walk, right? We teach our kids to get up, or they're riding a bike. We're teaching them how to like ride on 2 wheels, and they have training wheels. These are like your training wheels. You're learning. If you fall down, or if your child falls down after you take the training wheels off, because you've been training them, right? They're getting the mindset change. They're doing the lifestyle change, and all this stuff is going, and then you take the little training wheels off, because you know how you kind of like unscrew them and like lift them up a little bit, so then they kind of wobbly like this. I know, I love this analogy, don't you? Okay, and then so they're going, that's because I have a baby on the brain, but they're going, they're wobbling, and then all of a sudden, it's time for them to try. And so you take off the little training wheels, and then you're like, okay, you can do it. Well, then you go, but then you forget to teach them how to use the brakes, right? Just like you forget to teach, or you forget that you need to pump the brakes at the wedding reception and not eat all the food. You need to like stop eating. And so then all of a sudden your child falls. But then, if they fall and they like kind of cry maybe or not, you don't like go run over there and like, oh, poor, you just like, oh, that's great, you did awesome, that's awesome. You're celebrating and everything. Let's get back on and try again. Same thing with walking. I mean, how many times do you hold them up and like you like letting them walk? It's the same principle, right? So that's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on this like you're a little baby, all right? You're like a little baby trying to walk, or you're like a 5 or 6-year-old trying to ride that bike for the first time, and you are in the training wheel process, all right? Or maybe you're a little bit more experienced, and you have the training wheels, they're screwed up, whatever, unscrewed, and they're higher up or whatever, but they're not off yet, all right? But then like, let's say that they're off and you're going and you fall. Well, whenever you're gonna fall, you're not gonna never ride the bike again, right? You're gonna get back up on that bike and you're gonna go again, because it was fun, it was freeing. It was like, I rode the bike by myself. It's just like, it's amazing. And you want that feeling. And so that's what you're gonna do whenever you change your mindset. It's all about mindset. So if you can think about the bike or about the toddler, learning how to walk, not the toddler, but like the baby trying to walk, I guess one. Anyway, you'll just, if you think about that, the next time you are trying to like think about this journey and about having an open mind and being teachable and being coachable, and that this is a journey, it's not a destination. And yes, we have goals and we want to hit goals, but then we want to make new goals that are going to push us outside of our comfort zones. Again, I have goals all the time. I have 12-week goals all the time. I break up into like 4 weeks, okay? And they're fitness goals, and it's about completing a program. It's about like making sure that I don't hit the snooze button. It's about getting enough sleep. It's different things like that, but they're all related. It's all related. And so for you, it may be that you have a 10-pound weight loss goal, or you have that first 40-pound weight loss goal. Whatever it is, that's okay. But it's not a destination. Whenever you're going to get there, your next goal may be, I'm going to maintain my weight. And so therefore, I'm going to continue to eat right and healthy, make healthy choices, control my portions. I'm going to make better selections, and I am going to focus on this journey as a lifestyle. Because that's what it is. It's a lifestyle. You cannot just lose it and then stop doing all of the work, okay? It's a lifestyle change that you have to make. So just be mindful of that. And so if you have any questions, I'd love to like answer them. I think I can see them. So if you have questions, feel free to ask them below and I'll answer. But I also have some bonus tips for you that I wanted to kind of give. And I kind of wrote them down. But you need to switch from the mindset of I need to I want. Like instead of like I need to lose 10 pounds, or I need to lose, my belly fat, or I need to like lift my butt up, or I need to like get this cellulite off. How about like I want to lose 10 pounds because I'm going to feel so much better about myself and I'm going to have so much more confidence. That's what you want. I want you to also think about another bonus would be, don't wait to lose the weight to be happy and to feel joy about this process. Because yes, even though you're sweating and if you're working out and you're tired because you're working out, you are still raising your endorphins in your brain and your serotonin levels are up and you are feeling better. No matter what, you have more energy, you are probably having more compliments, and people are commenting about how maybe you look so much healthier and you have like a glow about you. All of these things because you're increasing your water and you're doing all these things. You're increasing your veggies to where you can, have a more healthy, well-rounded, meal. And so that's all important. You're not eating as much fried food as maybe you were before. You're not drinking as much alcohol as you were before. And so all of these things really, really, really help you. And so think about it like that. It's like, don't wait to be, to lose weight, to be happy and to be joyous about this. It's a process, okay? Don't wait for it. Enjoy every little moment, every little win along the way. You need to enjoy fully. The next thing is focus on how you feel, right? I remember feeling so confident, and I remember like being on top of the world whenever I first started, this process, and it started like, the layer started melting off. And I remember that feeling, and I remember those first compliments, and like, it just was amazing. And be in that moment, guys. Enjoy your moment because it happens, and it starts to happen not right away. It happens for you like 4 weeks in, to your journey. And then people start to notice, usually like your family and your loved ones and your friends will notice like 8 weeks in. And then other people, strangers, like at like the 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 week mark, you'll have like strangers walking up to you saying, you look amazing. Wow, what's going on? And then you get to like maybe put on that outfit that you've been dying to, try on, and it fits that dress that you've been trying to like get into because it fit 6 or 7 years ago and it hasn't fit you since. Or maybe, you are gonna wanna like wear that bathing suit, that bikini or whatever. I remember the first time after cause I started my journey like at the end of the summer. And so I'd already gone on my beach trip, and then I started then it was like not until May that it was Chris and I's anniversary, and we were at the Golden Nugget, and I remember feeling so confident. I had never felt that before in my entire life in a bathing suit. I was always self-conscious, and whether I was in a one-piece or a two-piece, I never felt comfortable. I never could see it in the mirror, but at that point, in May of 2015, I could feel it and I could see it, and that was an amazing feeling. And I just had someone in my current challenge group that had that same experience this weekend, and this past weekend, and just knowing that and hearing that and sharing that experience with her was just the icing on the cake for my life. That's what I love to do. That's what I love to experience with my challengers. And then another bonus too is be flexible during times of change. So there's going to be times, guys, that things are going to happen, and you are going to have some ups and downs. You're going to have some periods of where you don't lose weight maybe, or maybe there's a period where there's a time where you have to move like I did last year, and you might not be able to exercise like every day that you want to, and your nutrition may not be on point. So those are all different times of change, but you have to learn to be okay with them and to embrace those times of change because they are going to happen. They are inevitable. All right. And even if you have an injury, I'm not sure if Lee is still on the call right now, but that gal, she I love her to death. She, just hit like a 10-pound weight loss goal that she had set for herself, and she did no exercise because she couldn't. She had a random fluke rib injury where she cracked a rib or two. I think it was like 2 maybe, and she could not move. She could not work out. She could not do anything. And this is after having an ankle injury in the winter where she was having to suffer from not being able to run or anything like that, and she had like a stress fracture on her ankle or her foot. And guys, that's some things that you got to just deal with. Life happens. and you got to learn how to deal with it. But Lee, like, she persevered. She made a goal that she was going to lose 10 pounds. She was going to dial in her nutrition. She knew she could. She increased her water. She, went balls to the wall, and she just did it. And yes, I use that word because I can, and I did. And I'm sorry if I'd offended you, but it's true. That's what happens. I mean, she did what she had to do to take care of herself. And it's amazing. And it just goes to show you that it's mind over matter. And you hear that all the time. And sometimes you feel like it's a cliche or what have you. But it is true. If you have the mindset to do what you need to do, and you put these tips that I've given you into play, guess what's going to happen? You are going to rock whatever health and fitness journey you are on, okay? Regardless of what you think or feel. You have to be coachable. Like, let's just recap. You have to be coachable and you have to be teachable. You have to know it's a journey. You have to know that you basically have to not have that all or nothing attitude, okay? You have to know that there's going to be times of change that is going to happen, and you have to learn how to, we call it kind of bump and roll in our challenge groups, because we do it all the time. If the internet's not working, we bump and roll. Like if the weather's bad, and you're going to the gym or you're going to run outside, what are you going to do? Just go pig out and eat all kinds of food and stuff? No, you're going to dial in your nutrition, and you're going to get on a treadmill probably inside of a gym. That's what you do. And we have Mark. I think he's on the call right now. He's a cyclist, a professional cyclist. And if the weather's terrible like it has been recently in North Carolina, he gets on his indoor cycle thing, whatever it's called, his trainer. That's what it is. And he rides his bike in there to where he can get his fitness in, because it matters to him, and because this is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It's a journey, okay? So just know, and it's a change that happens. He can't control the weather, but now I say he can't go out on the ice and ride, but we know that he has done that before. But still, there's certain things that he can't go out in, maybe torrential downpours, I'm not sure. But anyway, just know that, this is a journey, and don't wait to be happy, and don't wait to be joyous about this. Enjoy every single moment, okay? Because it is a joyous moment. It's a joyous time. It's a time where you are embracing yourself and your life, and you are finally taking care of yourself, maybe for the first time in your life, because you've let yourself go. And maybe you have put yourself on the back burner, and you've allowed everybody else to take precedence over you and your needs. But now it's time for you, and that's the most important thing right now is you, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So if you are not taking care of yourself, then guess what? You can't take care of anybody else correctly either. All right, so just make sure that you take care of yourself. And then the next thing is focus on how you feel. You want to remember all those amazing feelings. Write them down. Keep a log. Keep a journal of those compliments that you get. You need to reference them and be able to go back to them and see how you felt today and who gave you a compliment or what. Because whenever you do that and you're having a bad day, maybe you need to reference your journal to where you can see all of these nice things that's happened. And then it kind of shakes you up, I guess, so to speak. It's like a little virtual shake, and you're like, okay, I got this. I want to keep feeling confident. I want to keep feeling beautiful. I want to keep feeling hot. I want to keep feeling sexy. I want to keep feeling like I'm feeling, to where I can have a great life, and I can just experience this and not be so down and depressed about your body or my body or anything. I know that I don't want to go back to where I was, because I enjoy the way I look, and I'm so grateful that I can see it, because I used to never be able to see it. But that's just pretty much what I wanted to share tonight. And I hope this resonated with you. I hope this made sense to you. And if it did, I am so grateful that you are in my tribe, because I'm talking to you and you're talking my language, or I'm talking your language maybe. Anyway, all right, so I hope you guys have a great night, and thank you so much. And remember, I hope you click the little button in your notifications that you might have received if this is the first time you're watching me live. You probably had a little button that said follow or get notifications whenever I go live. And I'm here for you, and I want to just share everything with you that I know, because that's how I get to keep what I have. It's like I got to give it back, and that's my calling. This is what God wants me to do, and that's what I'm here for. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great night. Happy Wednesday, and be blessed. All right, love ya. Bye.